Hey, welcome to Reason with Kennedy. I'm Kennedy, bringing reason and rationality to an insane, chaotic world devoid of any logic. Whitney Houston is dead. It's no surprise to Whitney watchers for the last sad 15 years, but it is sad the songbird met her demise in the tub and too close to the Grammys for a well-planned send-off. If she only had the good sense to OD on Xanax and Heineken even a few days earlier, there could have been a more fitting tribute. Whenever an icon is taken from us, whether it's Michael Jackson, Anna Nicole Smith, or Heath Ledger, people's first response usually is, there ought to be a law. But you know what? There are already too many laws. That's not the problem. It's the sad cocktail of fame and addiction that does them in every time. The only Cassandra spouting an ounce of sense was crooning codger Tony Bennett. Take a look.
I'd like to have every gentleman and lady in this room commit themselves to get our government to legalize drugs.
Oh, granted, Tony can sound nuttier than squirrel turds when spouting 9/11 conspiracies, but here he's more on target than Muhammad Atta when it comes to drug legalization. Whatever else we can say about Whitney Houston's swan song, we know this much. Drug prohibition didn't make it any easier for her or for any of us to deal with substance abuse problems. The Grammys may not have been Whitney's big night, but it was a big night for a big girl, the Rubenesque songstress Adele. She swept all 6 of her Grammy categories, for which she can pen a handwritten thank you note to anorexic former fatty fashion designer Karl Lagerfeld. The skeleton-in-chief for the House of Chanel called Adele a little too fat. It was just enough to coalesce Grammy votes in Adele's favor, all the while solidifying love for the fat girl who sings the beautiful Somebody Done Somebody Wrong songs. Karl Lagerfeld can suck it, but he probably won't swallow to save the calories. Does every woman have to be a rail-thin coke whore to have value? Here's a woman who's beautiful, authentic, and talented beyond her 23 years, who essentially told the fascist fashionista to piss up a rope. The weight of public opinion was on Adele's side because people are increasingly fed up with heavy-handed social engineering disguised as do-gooderism. The same goes for Michelle Obama's misguided and hypocritical Let's Move campaign to skinny up the girls and boys. We constantly see the Obamas eating high-fat foods in public, which is their absolute right, but it's a little bit much to see Michelle dancing with school kids in an effort to nudge the body mass index in her preferred direction. It starts with a hula-hooping first lady, but it ends with the government banning trans fat, salt, foie gras, caffeinated alcoholic beverages, and everything else that makes the world a little tastier. Oh yeah, she can pry this can of caffeinated Four Loko from my cold, dead hand after I split it with Adele. This one's for you, girl.